you find the second and the fourth coefficient in the expansion of this here. Okay, so we've got this bracket to the power 12. Okay, it's quite a high power, yeah? So I wouldn't recommend using Pascal's triangle here, okay? It's going to take a long time. So there's an alternative approach, all right? And we're going to make use of this formula, okay? Now don't panic, you don't need to memorize this, because tomorrow you'll be given a formula booklet, okay? And it'll be given to you in the exam, they'll give you the copy, and you turn over, and on the inside cover, page 2, it's there, okay? So you just focus on this here. This is what you're going to use, okay? This is what's going to be useful for you. And you'll notice this here, that's sort of like the generalization of it. Just ignore this bit here. Just focus on these first sort of few terms here for the pattern, okay? So you'll see then, I've written it down here, okay? And we've got this to do. So if you notice here, then the A becomes 5, the B is 2x, and of course then the N is 12. So in terms of setting it out then, right, you'll have a to the power n, okay? Well, remember now, a is just 5, so that'll be 5 to the power n, and n is the power 12, so it'll be 5 to the power 12. Plus then, well, n choose 1, that's what that means, right? N choose 1. We'll come back to that in a minute, but of course, because n in this case is 12, you do 12 choose 1. And then the a's then, if you notice now, it'll be n minus 1. So, of course, because we've got 12 for n minus 1 will be 11. Okay, so it'll be 5 here to the power 11, yeah? So it's sort of 1 less than that power. You reduce the a's, don't you? And then we've got b here, so that b then will be just the 2x, okay? So maybe I'll put that in a bracket. And then we'll go on to then the third term, okay? So this is the first term, that's the second term. The third term then will be this one, so it'll be n over 2, which will be 12 choose 2, okay? And then a then, which is my 5, okay? And n minus 2, so 12 minus 2 is 10. So notice the a's, the powers are reducing, 5 to the 12, 5 to the 11, 5 to the 10, but the b's are increasing. So b here, it'll be b squared here, so it'll be x squared there, okay? So we've got the first term, the second term, the third term. Now, of course, they want the fourth coefficient here, so we want the fourth term as well. So you just got to see the pattern that we have here in order to get the fourth term. So that's the first, that's the second, that's the third. The fourth, if you think of it, will be, well, you've got n choose 2 there, so the next one will be n choose 3, yeah? And then, because this a to the n minus 1 there, this will be a to the n minus 2, so the fourth term will be a to the n minus 3. And then the b, well, that's b squared, it'll be b cubed. Okay, so that's how you get the fourth term, just following that pattern there. So in terms of our sort of example here, well, n is 12, choose 3. A then is 5, so 5, n minus 3, so 12 minus 3 is 9. And then b then will be 2x all cubed. Okay, so we're being asked to find the coefficient of the second and the fourth term. Okay, so this is the second term here, and this is the fourth term, yeah? So let's work out what this is to start with. So 12 choose 1, okay? Now, we can use a calculator to work that out, okay? So I'll write you the second here. So 12 choose 1. Well, on a calculator, you simply press 12, and then you got to get the choose, you got to press shift divide, okay? So remember that. So 12, shift divide, and it comes up with the C then for choose, and then 1, and then press equals, and it comes out then as 12, okay? So that there is simply 12 times then 5 to the power 11, okay? Times then with just the 2. Okay, now they want the coefficient, so basically it's what's in front of the x, yeah? So you're not going to write x down, it's just everything that comes in front of the x. So I'll type that into my calculator, 12 times 5 to the power 11, and then times 2. So, you know, it's a really big number on your calculator. 1171875 okay, but that's the sort of thing they could ask. All right, and obviously this method now is really useful. For the fourth coefficient then, okay, we're going to take this here. Okay, so 12 choose 3. Okay, well, again, on my calculator, 12 shift divide to get to choose 3, and that'll be 220. Okay, times 5 to the power 9. Okay, now, of course, we can disregard the x because that doesn't matter. It's what's in front of the x cubed in this case. But I don't need to write x cubed, but I do need to cube the 2, so that'll be 8. So I'll type that in my calculator, 220 times 5 to the power 9 times 8, and I get, yeah, quite a big number, 34375, and there are 5 zeros there. Okay, so that's the sort of approach that we take there, okay, with regards to finding the coefficient.